Hello, so today I'm going to be evaluating the websites for graduate programs in wildlife science at Colorado State University and Oregon State University. So on the agenda for the comparisons, what are the things that graduate students would be potentially looking for? So that would be information on the program and information on how much the tuition costs. And then additionally, something that I always look for when I'm trying to figure out, is this website giving me information that I need, or is it giving me too much information? So I find engaging graphics are really useful in that way because they allow me to have short takeaway messages that I don't have to read really long paragraphs to get what the program's about. And then additionally, pictures of students or wildlife, it kind of breaks up the information because you wouldn't want to look at a website that's purely all words. So this is the main page for CSU's graduate program website in wildlife science, and there's a good breakup of information, text, short messages, and images. Now, it even includes some information about the local area and what lifestyle kind of is there. So included also on this main page is the different plans of programs, and there's Plan A, B, and Plan C, which is actually an online option, which is pretty cool if that works for someone. And yeah, so this page does a very good job of including all of the necessary information while breaking it up. It does fall short on the information about tuition aspect. Even if you go to the FAQs, there's no mention of tuition costs. There are some other helpful questions that are posed and answered within it, which I enjoy that it has a drag down where you can open it up as opposed to all of the information being on one page. That way you're kind of excluding the information you don't need so that you can focus in on what question you would actually like the answer to. Now this is the Oregon State University main page for the Department of Fisheries and Wildlife, and there's some pretty picture of students doing research. Now theirs is a little bit more texty. It does break apart the different types of degree you could get for a graduate program, but overall not as much information on this main page as the other one, and it's kind of harder to get to what you actually want because of all the text. Though I will say, if you click this tab and go to their frequently asked questions, you're able to easily find the tuition rate. Now, the difference between this FAQs and CSU's FAQs is that they're all expanded and they aren't drop downs, so it's a little bit harder to just isolate the information that you need to look at. Now, if you go under the graduate tab and you click on any of these individual degrees, you can find that there are some additional pictures at the beginning of them, but they're more focused on wildlife and not on students doing research. So each one of them kind of has a different picture of an animal there. So I believe that the success of a good website includes access to information as well as engaging graphics. So the key there is to balance those so that you're not having too many bulky sentences and you're not just putting tons of pictures without any real readable information. To wrap things up here, I'm going to briefly go over some of the highlights from today about CSU's versus OSU's university website. So CSU had easy to find information on the main page. You could see what the different graduate programs are and a good amount of info on what those are. And then there was actually some information about the local lifestyle, which is important because if you're going to be living there for the years that you're completing your graduate program, you want to live somewhere that's good and fits your beliefs and activities. There was pictures of students doing research, and there was a lot of breakup of information with shorter text and images, and I found it was easy to read through it as opposed to OSU's, which had some information on the main page about the graduate programs, but it was a lot of bulky paragraphs, and I didn't sit there and want to read through them. But they did have information about tuition. So at OSU, if you click on the FAQs, there is information about the tuition rate. So additionally, if you click on the individual tabs for the different graduate programs at OSU, you can see images of wildlife as opposed to images of students doing research, which there was one image of a student doing research on the main page of OSU's. But there wasn't much more as far as graphics go on that page. Alrighty, so my evaluation is that CSU definitely has the better website, and if I was purely going on how I can get access to the information and how engaging the graphics are so I can actually go through the page and feel like I'm wanting to be here, I would pick CSU over OSU. Have a great day.